think they have to be noted. One was the birther discussion, which was an absolute disaster, ending with him after side discussions about Patty Solis Doyle and Sidney Blumenthal. He ends up excoriating Hillary Clinton for not being kind enough to Barack Obama, who's her chief supporter and her Secretary of State.
Well, let's play this part of this exchange on birtherism, because we do have Patty Solis Doyle here, who Donald Trump himself mentioned in a CNN interview. Let's play the exchange.
Just simple to say. Sidney Blumenthal works for the campaign and very close friend of Secretary Clinton, and her campaign manager, Patty Doyle, went to, during the campaign, her campaign against President Obama, fought very hard, and you can go look it up and you can check it out, and if you look at CNN this past week, Patty Solis Doyle was on Wolf Blitzer saying that this happened. Blumenthal sent McClatchy, highly respected reporter at McClatchy, to Kenya to find out about it. They were pressing it very hard. She failed to get the birth certificate. When I got involved, I didn't fail. I got him to give the birth certificate.
Just listen to what you heard. And clearly, as Donald just admitted, he knew he was going to stand on this debate stage and Lester Holt was going to be asking us questions. So he tried to put the whole racist birther lie to bed. But it can't be dismissed that easily. He has really started his political activity based on this racist lie that our first black president was not an American citizen.
I feel like Woody Allen and Annie Hall, where he's on the line saying, "Oh, I happen to have Marshall McLuhan right here. I happen to have Patty Solis Doyle right here." Is that what you said on CNN?
No, it is absurd. It is absurd what Donald Trump just said. I never sent anyone to Kenya to look for his birth certificate.
What you had said, because I just looked at the transcript, was that there was a staffer, you weren't sure if she was paid or not, perhaps a volunteer.
Here's what happened.
Okay.
There was a volunteer in Iowa in late '07 who forwarded an email.
Volunteer on the Clinton campaign.
On the Clinton campaign, who forwarded an email about Obama's heritage, saying that he was a Muslim. We found out about it. I fired him. I called David Plouffe, not you, David, but David Plouffe, and apologized because that's not
from the Obama campaign.
Correct, Obama's campaign manager, because we didn't want to run that kind of campaign. That's called shutting it down, ladies and gentlemen. That's not called trafficking in or promoting it or perpetuating it. That's called shutting it down.
There was an allegation by someone from McClatchy that Sidney Blumenthal had kind of promoted this story to someone from McClatchy. McClatchy sent someone.
Sidney, it's my understanding, denied that. And Sidney never worked for our campaign. So,
Van, what did you think of tonight, and then we'll go to Trump support?
You hate the way our government spends it.
Patty Solis Doyle just said on CNN that she didn't actually say what you said that she said, and she didn't fire.
Because I got to see that on
but in terms of just she was explaining what happened because she was there, and she said that what she fired a volunteer for was in trafficking, in saying that he was a Muslim, not about birtherism.
So why don't you do this? Why don't you see the reporter from McClatchy? Why don't you speak to Sidney Blumenthal, because he's never going to tell you the truth. But why don't you also just take a quick look at what she actually said to Wolf Blitzer?
Did you take the bait? Did you?
I happen to have the tape of Marshall McLuhan here, so let's play what Patty Solis Doyle originally said on Wolf Blitzer.
He just tweeted a couple of tweets. Let me put them up on the screen. Hillary Clinton or her '08 campaign did not start birther movement, period. I was there. And then another tweet. I fired the rogue and I called David Plouffe to apologize for said rogue. All right, so what does that mean? You fired the rogue. Someone in the campaign, someone who was supporting Hillary Clinton was trying to promote this so-called birther issue. What happened?
Well, so the campaign nor Hillary did not start the birther movement, period, end of story there. There was a volunteer coordinator, I believe, in late 2007, I think in December, one of our volunteer coordinators in one of the counties in Iowa I don't recall whether they were an actual paid staffer, but they did forward an email that promoted the conspiracy.
The birther conspiracy?
Hillary made the decision immediately to let that person go. We let that person go. And it was so, beyond the pale, and, so not worthy of the kind of campaign that certainly Hillary wanted to run, or that we as a staff wanted to run, that I called David Pluss, who was obviously managing Barack Obama's campaign in 2007, to apologize and basically say that this was not coming from us. It was a rogue volunteer coordinator, and this was not the kind of campaign we wanted to run. And David very graciously accepted my apology.
So that's the what Donald Trump was originally referring to. Anything more on this? Because again, he brought up Sidney Blumenthal. Your response to that is?
Sidney never worked for us, and Sidney,
he is very close to. He is very close to Secretary Clinton and was part of the foundation.
Yes, but he never worked for our campaign.
But his larger point is this.
Look, I have to bear personal witness to this. I was there. This was not a big effort that was launched by the Clinton campaign. But I also was there in the White House when Donald Trump pressed this issue for years after, even after the president released his birth certificate. But the bigger issue is, do you think it's profitable in a presidential debate for him to be getting into the weeds about Patty Solis Doyle and Sidney Blumenthal and Rosie O'Donnell?
Right.
Because I don't.
Right.